Welcome everyone, I'm Dale and this is Cinema Historia. Bumbling gas attendants, a gangster's tavern, and a hidden stash of money. This week we're going back to 1941 for a horror comedy film called Hold That Ghost, starring Bud Abbott, Lou Costello, Richard Carlson, Joan Davis, and Evelyn Ankers. And this is directed by Arthur Lubin. So, where does our story begin this week? Well, our story begins with Chuck Murray, played by Bud Abbott, and Ferdy Jones, played by Lou Costello. Former gas station attendants Chuck and Ferdy become relief waiters when the employment agency sends them to Chez Glamour, a high-class nightclub. Headlining on stage is the popular Ted Lewis and his band, and the Andrews Sisters. Disturbing customers and accidentally hitting the maitre d' with a duck and all its trimmings, Chuck and Ferdy are quickly fired from their jobs. Reacquiring their service station positions, they are soon met with gangster Moose Matson, needing a full tank of fuel and cleaning. Spotted by the police while dusting the inside of his car, Moose, Chuck, and Ferdy now find themselves involved in a high-speed car chase. During the chase, Moose trades shots with the police and is soon killed. According to the gangster's unconventional will, which states that whoever was with him when he died will inherit his estate. Chuck and Ferdy inherit Moose's rundown tavern, the Foresters Club, and given a clue about a hidden stash of money. Moose's clue, stating that he kept his money in his head, remained to everyone that its existence was questionable. Moose's attorney introduces the boys to an associate, Charlie Smith, leaving Chuck and Ferdy unaware that Smith is a member of Moose's gang, who also seeks the money. Smith, arranging a bus to drop them off at Foresters Club, also picks up 3 unrelated passengers. Dr. Jackson, played by Richard Carlson, radio actress Camille, played by Joan Davis, and a waitress named Norma, played by Evelyn Ankers. Being abandoned by the bus driver at the rundown club during a heavy rainstorm, Chuck, Ferdy, Smith, and the rest of the passengers are in for a ghostly night of strange happenings. So, did Charlie Smith arrange the bus driver to abandon its passengers? Is the rundown Foresters Club haunted with ghostly figures? Or is it a mad chase for the existence of Moose's money that he kept in his head? Originally titled Oh Charlie, this film received 1 win and 1 nomination. A 2009 nominee Saturn Award for Best DVD Collection and a 1941 Photoplay Award win for Best Performances of the Month for Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. With a 100% rating from the film critic Rotten Tomatoes and a 90% rating from its audience score, the New York Times considered the film immensely funny, and Variety called the picture a slam-bang knockabout comedy, a laugh creator, an audience pleaser. And I would totally agree, this is one of their funniest. And our trivia question this week: were there actors who became popular during the Second World War who starred in our film? Were there actors who became popular during the Second World War who starred in our film? So, a little more history in the answer to our trivia question, coming up next. Well, since our film is entitled Hold That Ghost, this week I have a ghost story for you called The Green Lady. So our ghost story begins in one of the finest public buildings in Canada, Victoria Hall, situated in the downtown district of Cobourg, Ontario. Construction began in 1856 and opened in 1860 by the Prince of Wales. The building's interior, with its pit-style courtroom and richly decorated concert hall, is as magnificent as the exterior. Serving as a town hall and courthouse for almost 100 years, briefly closed and reopened for public use in 1983 following an extensive restoration program. And for the last 23 years, there have been stories and sightings of a mysterious female ghost named the Green Lady. Cast and crew members of the Victorian Operetta Society have seen the playful ghost, often wearing a green velvet dress on a regular basis, in the concert hall where they hold theater productions. The tail end of a woman's long skirt was seen going through a wall in the backstage area, a wall that previously had a door leading to a caretaker's apartment before renovations. A summer student working in Victoria Hall in the late 1970s often would find cleaning carts moved to a completely different spot than where they left them. Cleaning up after weddings in the concert hall, phone buttons lit up would sometimes be seen as if someone had pushed them. One incident of someone going backstage to use the washroom when everyone was on stage found the taps running, for which they shut off. After using the cubicle and noticing no one had since come in, found the water turned back on. During the concert hall rehearsals, cast members reported seeing a woman-like figure in the back of the room, and technical crews finding soundboard levels changed and electronics unplugged, even though they were in a locked room. Though identity is unknown, one speculation favors towards Lena Fisher. Miss Fisher grew up in Coburg and headed a fundraising campaign to restore Victoria Hall in the 1970s. Miss Fisher died before the grand reopening, but during the reopening ceremony, Miss Fisher's name was mentioned in a speech, and suddenly a globe light fixture in the hall smashed. The Green Lady tale, being seen and heard by many people, is still left in the dark with mystery and all kinds of theories. Pretty interesting. I'd like to give a big thank you out to the wonderful staff at Victoria Hall for giving me a tour. Otherwise, this video would not be possible. And the answer to our trivia question this week: were there actors who became popular during the Second World War who starred in our film? Yes, and it was Abbott and Costello. Yes, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, also releasing the film Buck Privates in 1941, was a massive hit, earning $4 million at the box office and launching Abbott and Costello as stars, and became the third biggest box office attraction in the country. The comedy duo, whose work in radio, film, and television made them the most popular comedy team of the 1940s and 1950s, and the highest paid entertainers in the world during the Second World War. And their baseball routine, Who's on First, is considered one of the greatest comedy routines of all time. And I would totally agree with that. It's actually hilarious. I'd like to give a big thank you out to my new subscribers this week. And if you're new to my channel, don't be afraid to join them. So please hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope to see you back next week.
You take this map and see if you can find the road out of here. Now, if we take Route 72, we could cut it through the forest, and then we could take a back road, and as soon as we